Champs, I always say you don't have to experience a thing before you can learn from it. We can also learn from people's experiences. So sometimes personal experience is not the best teacher. Today, on What My Heart Learned, I'll be talking about the Frank Edoho, Sandra, his wife or ex wife to be, and Chike, the musician. What I have learned from their heart, from their love triangle. I'm not here to talk about what happened. I'm not here to say who was at fault, who wasn't at fault, to give details about um, who did what, who didn't do what. If you want to find out all that, you can go on Google, search it up. It's online, it's everywhere. So, moving on. What singles and the married people, should learn or can learn from the Frank, Sandra, and Chiki love triangle? Let's get into it on this new episode. Number one, if a man or woman is having issues in their marriage, it's not your place to be their comforter. From listening, giving a listening ear, emotions get involved, feelings get into it, and you start, yeah, oh, his wife is so bad, oh, his husband is so bad, or her husband is so bad. Tell that man or woman to seek counseling or go for some prayers or something. It's not your job, it's not your place. See, your sexual organ is not a marriage counselor. Let them save their marriage without your interference. Every relationship has hiccups. And the truth is, if you weren't there or if you are not there to give that listening ear to them, to that man or that woman, they would find a way to make their marriage work. It shouldn't be you. Number two, forbidding, or should I say hidden things and pleasures always taste sweeter. Yes, they do. Sin is always sweet when no one knows about it, when it's hidden in secret in dark. It most times thrives in darkness. But when people discover it, when that secret out into the light, it loses its sweetness. That's the second thing I've learned. Number three, speaking of darkness, secrets will always come to light. No secret can be hidden away forever. It might take a decade, decades, a century. Nothing ever stays hidden. It will come to light one day. It might be when you're alive or after you're gone, but it will be exposed. Number four, if he cheated with you, it's highly likely he's going to cheat on you with someone else. Likewise, if she cheated with you, your guy, and she cheated with you on her partner or husband, most likely she will cheat on you. It's a character thing. Number six, or should I say number five, if you were the side chick or side bobo or side man or side boy when he or she was married and you decided to get married to them, like you feel like, oh yeah, he's left his wife, she's left her husband, and now we're married. You've opened up a position, you know. You were promoted to wife or husband. Someone else is going to take your former position of the side chick or side boo or side man. Yeah. So, number six, you're not special. That he or she is cheating on you, or sorry, that he or she is cheating with you is not because you're better and you're special, or you're better than his wife, or you're better than her husband. You're not. Like I said, hidden pleasures are always, sweet. You will later realize that they couldn't resist you, not because of you were special, but cheating is their thing when they do that with when they do what they did to their ex to you. Like it's a character flaw. A person who cheats, it's hard, you know. And then number seven, what goes around comes around. Yes, because he always repeats, whether you're the first wife or whatever, whether you're the second wife, second husband, whatever happens to the first wife or the first husband, who they separated from because you were in the picture and you were aware that this man was married, this woman was married, and you were the cause of their separation, no matter what lie you want to tell yourself, it will happen to you. As we say, the broom where they use to pursue the first wife, it dey wait for you for door. It dey for door, they wait. So that broom that was used on the first will still be used on you. Number eight, there is no excuse for cheating on anyone. They'll tell you, oh, he did this, she did that, he did. There is no excuse. If you're unhappy or can't, be with that person anymore, deal with that issue anymore, maybe they hurt you or whatever the reason is, I believe you should leave the marriage first. It makes no sense staying in a marriage and cheating because he or she did XYZ. Is that what you're going to tell God on Judgment Day? Oh, yes, Lord, I committed the sin of adultery. I committed the sin of fornication. He was doing this, she was doing that. I helped him commit adultery. I helped her commit adultery by fornicating because his wife was not good enough. The husband was not. There's no reason. Why would you even let someone make you commit sin? Why would you let someone debase yourself? You took a vow and they broke that vow, and you decide that the best punishment for them is for you to also break that vow. Stepping out of character, letting someone change you. Why debase yourself because of someone else? Like I said, there's no excuse on cheating for cheating on anyone. If you can't stand it, get out of the relationship, the marriage first. Number nine, it's important to know why a man or woman got divorced in the first place. If you were never in that situation with them, like maybe you were not the one, you didn't cheat, you went with them when they were married and they met you later on. I'm not saying everyone who gets divorced was a cheat or was the problem he gets. But I believe it's important to know why that's whatever happened. If you have to speak to the ex or whatever, I don't know, find a way. I know in Igbo culture there's something called Idrisi. They will go to the family and find out, oh, why there was who are the family people, what's this person's family like, and so on and so forth. So like now we have social media, so find out. So number 10, I think I've dropped hints along the way. Cheating is a character flaw. Yes, it is. And it is a choice. Marriage does not change people. A cheat before during marriage will most likely and most definitely cheat in the marriage when they get married. That person will most likely cheat. Because marriage is not a rehab center. Marriage does not automatically change a person's character. Marriage does not automatically make you who used to be a cheat when you were single and dating 100 people, make you stay with one person, become monogamous. Marriage does not have a magic wand that makes people faithful or stay with one person or stop cheating. So yes. And then number 12. A single man or woman who dates or dated married men and women, or a married man and a married woman, depending on the gender, most likely won't see anything wrong with cheating when married to you. And that's the truth. What people's perspectives, principles, views, all that they believe in and all that. doesn't change because they got married to you and won't change because they got married to you. Then another thing this saga has taught me is that it's important, very important, to do a social media deep dive to see the comments, posts, etc., etc., the digital footprints of your intended partner. See what they approve, disagree with, see the things the topics, what they say about certain issues. Because some comments and whatnot I've seen during this whole love triangle thingy is wow. So it's the perfect idiocy. Like I said, in Igbo culture, we have idiocy. Now, in the age of social media, getting to know who a person is, there are apps that can bring up all the information, digital information and footprint of a person, present it to you like a detective. So it's very important to do that. That's what I believe. Because people don't change views. Any man or woman that supposed cheating, infidelity, silent treatment, etc., might not be fitting if those are your deal breakers, anyways. Then there's no such thing as bad news, is another thing I've learned. After a while, people move on. Some other news takes over. Some people who are even involved in the bad news get thousands of followers, endorsements, shows, etc. It's crazy. Popularity is popularity these days, be it bad or good. And not another thing I've learned is not everything is meant for public consumption. Okay, I've always known this. I've shared it in some other videos, but this saga just retreated that for me. Not everything is meant for public consumption. Keep some things off social media, especially when it comes to your personal life and all that. You only entertain people. People don't really care. They can't help you in that situation you're going through. So yeah. And then another thing I've learned is no communication is truly private in this digital age. Some phones record calls. Some people do save chats, audios, etc. And anything you say, do, video, etc., can be used against you later. Also, sometimes you need to, I think there are some conversations you might need to record and keep some chats in your inbox or wherever just in case of future use. And another thing I've learned is it is the children, what my heart has learned again is that it is the children who will suffer your actions physically. You think, oh yeah, I did it and nothing happened. But if you do not have kids, you will have later on, most likely, or possibly. And then if your kids are still little, they will grow up. And social media, the internet does not forget at all. So your kids, you just ask yourself, what will my kids say about me in 5, 10, 15 years, when they are grown or when I don't have them? Because even if they don't find out things about you, their friends or classmates will. They will search you up online and they will tease them and bully them because of your actions. So your mom's their mom, they'll say, oh, your mom is this, your dad did that, oh, your mom is oh, your mom. And trust me, kids can be brutal. They can be brutal. They can be mean. You don't want this for your kids. Trust me. And then I've always believed and still believe that sex is spiritual. You shouldn't be having intercourse with everyone. You shouldn't be sleeping around if you're not married. But that's me. Hey, but then your kids will also suffer spiritually. I'm a Christian, so I'm going to say this. You feel it might not affect you, but it might affect your kids and your born generations. Sex is a covenant. It is a union of spirits and souls. That's why you have things called soul ties, you know. So for every sin, there is a consequence. It might not be when you're alive, but then what about your kids? For example, David in the Bible, you know, his son with Bathsheba died. Ammon, his son from another woman, raped his own half sister. Absalom, another son, slept openly with David's wives, his father's wives, on the roof. So many things happened. Solomon and his endless women, women, he couldn't keep it together. You know, women that turned him from God, etc., etc. That went on with David's lineage. But because God is God, he still honored the covenant. But you check the children, you know. So you might be smiling that nothing has happened to you, nothing will happen to you. But what about your descendants? That's when you have things like generational curse. So yes, I'm Christian, like I said, so I have to say it. If you're not Christian, then it's called karma. And then silent treatment. A video. I have series of videos on abuse. What abuse is? Silent treatment is abuse. Abuse is not just when it's physical. No, people say domestic violence is only physical, but no, it's not. Silent treatment is emotional abuse, psychological abuse, and manipulation. It's a manipulation tactic. It's it affects your mental health, it affects your emotions, it affects you all over. Abuse isn't just physical, it affects your self-worth. Psychologically, you start thinking it's it's not a good situation to be in. So any man or woman who admits they use silent treatments, one thing I've learned is you should avoid them at all costs. That's abuse. Abuse is, like I said, is not just physical. That's abuse. That's torture. Avoid such men or women. Like I said, there's no excuse for cheating, but avoid such people. Then another thing I've learned is DNA tests are important if you discover your partner is a cheat. Yes, I said it. You don't even have to know you're doing a DNA test on your kids. Nothing is more heartbreaking, in my opinion, than finding out decades later, a year later, 20 years later, or whenever, that the child you have was never yours. That child you love was never yours biologically. While at it, you should also do a maternity test. I talked about it in my DNA video because, as I always say, there just might be a mix up somewhere. Then another thing I've learned is that when people are caught doing something wrong or exposed for doing something wrong, maybe their hand was in a cookie jar or something, you've embarrassed them publicly, they might tell lies to make you look bad too. So if you have a cheating partner and you make it public, maybe to the family or something, best believe, like a cornered cat, they will fight back. It's human nature. They will tell lies like is the truth. Like I said, I'm not saying whether whatever happened is the truth or not. I'm just picking things I've learned. My heart has learned. And then again, I've lost count. So another one is there's no difference, as in, because I saw a lot of people saying, oh, married women should not cheat. Like the consequences for a married woman cheating is higher. No, it's not. Fornication is fornication. Adultery is adultery. If you're married, that is adultery. Sexual sin is sexual sin. So wrong is wrong, right is right. If you're a married man who took vows, you should not be cheating. You should not have side chicks. If you're a married woman, you should not be doing that. So nobody has it worse, nobody has it better. A sin is a sin before God. Spiritually, everybody will face consequences. A man won't face higher, a woman won't face higher. It is the same. And then another thing I've learned is some people were saying, oh, a man can love you but cheat on you. No, 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 no. A man or woman who loves you will never cheat on you. You should go see First Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 to 9. Even if you're not Christian, you should know a person who loves you will not want to hurt you, and they will not hurt you. Anybody who cheats is only after their own pleasure, their own selfish pleasure. They're not thinking about you, they don't care about you, and they most definitely do not love you. So, yes, a man who loves you, a woman who loves you, a man or woman who loves you, or in this case, like it was all over Nigerian social media, a man can love you and cheat. No, that man does not love you. When you experience true unconditional love and you love and respect, you want to lift your partner up, you want to serve them, you want to be the best version of yourself for them. So, a man who loves you, knowing the pain and what he will never cheat on you. That is not love. Cheating is selfish, it's selfishness. And that is not what love is. Love is giving. Love is service in marriage. So, champs, I have so much more to say, but I think I waited for the whole saga to die down. It was all over social media. You know, I just waited for it to die down before doing this video. And like I said, I'm not here to say who is wrong, who is right. I'm just sharing, as I always do, on what my heart learns, what my heart has learned from the Frank Edoho, Chike, the singer, and Frank's ex-wife or ex-wife to be saga, the love triangle. So as always, these are my thoughts. I hope they've been helpful to you somehow, as imperfect as they are. And do not forget that you're a champ and you deserve absolutely nothing but the best. You're worth it and you're deserving. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Till next time, this is Francis Okeke on What My Heart Learns. Bye, champs.